Hey there, YouTube Blanders. How are you? It's Wendy, and it's week 10. And I am standing, I believe, in the same space that I was my very first YouTube video. And I believe it's the first time that, hopefully, since that very first video that I showed a full body shot. So here I am, or sort of a full body shot, I hope. As much of it as I can get my camera to show. Started out pre-op at 244 pounds 11 weeks ago, and post-op 10 weeks I am at 214 pounds. So pretty excited about that. That's 30 pounds down. And I had my first fill last week, week 9, on Thursday. And I have to say my doctor was very complimentary and was very happy of my success, that I had done so well with the weight loss without having any fills, that I actually waited the 9 weeks. So that made me feel pretty good. And as far as the fill goes, I'll share with you how it went. Went okay, you know. Number one, my doctor does it standing up. And I also like to remind everybody that my doctor is a lap band patient himself. So I'm standing up, just like I'm standing right now, and they cleansed my stomach with something. I don't know what they used to clean it, but they wiped it off. And then they used lidocaine, which is a numbing agent, and stuck that right into my stomach area around the port. It was the most painful part of the process. But I can't imagine what it would feel like if there was no lidocaine. So stuck that in, it stung for just a second. And then he pulled out the big guy, the 6-inch needle, and stuck that into the port area and kind of was jabbing it around. It didn't hurt, but I could feel the jabbing. And from that needle was a tube that went into a syringe. And the syringe had 6 cc's of saline solution in there. And he filled it all the way up. He put all 6 cc's in and asked me to drink water. So I took one drink and I stopped. And he's like, no, drink the water continuously until I tell you to stop. Or until you can drink no more. So here I am, drinking, and I'm like, okay, the water is like right here. Like it's not moving. I can just feel it. Like I feel like I want to burp. And so he said, okay, I'm going to start pulling saline out back into the syringe, keep drinking. And let me know, stop drinking when you feel the water kind of trickle. And I use that trickling feeling to simulate, I guess, a funnel. You know, you have a funnel, it's got the big opening, pour the water into it, and if you pour it in too fast, it kind of backs up and doesn't drain through the funnel hole. So anyway, I keep drinking, and all of a sudden I stop, I'm like, I can feel it trickling. And he stopped, and that was 3 cc's. So I have a 10 cc band, first fill, straight to 3 cc's. Kind of curious to know what others' fills levels are, and you know, your first fill, your second fill, your third fill. I think Sky Moon said that you don't really notice the restriction until the second or third fill. I noticed restriction at 3 cc's, but would love to hear about all you lap banders out there with your fill, and what your first fill level was, what your second, what your third. And maybe where you are today. So after that, the doctor took the needle out and said, great, you know. There was an observer there. He asked me beforehand if someone could watch. They wanted to observe what a fill, which he referred to as an adjustment, what that was like. And I said, of course, you know, bring it on, whatever I can do to help the cause. So I had an observer there. At the end of it, I definitely had some sweat on my brow, like, whew. You know, it's over. And there was a little bit residual pain when the lidocaine numbing agent wore off. And I didn't feel my best the rest of the day. But granted, I didn't eat anything beforehand, and I didn't see the doctor until noon. So I was a little off kilter. But all in all, the fill was great. My doctor said, 2 weeks liquid diet. I laughed. I was like, you're joking, right? You know? And he's like, no, I'm very serious. 2 weeks. And, yeah, you know, we had to talk about that. I think post-op, I was supposed to be a 2-week liquid diet, and I did that for 3 days. And then with his approval, I went on to the next stage, and So by the time I left the doctor's office, I understood that 2 weeks is, what they want me to do, but we agreed that I know myself best and to take time and to go through it gently and allow my body to introduce new foods and allow my body to accept them in due time. So I've done pretty well. I had yogurt this morning, which is sort of liquidy, and then I had soup for lunch and soup for dinner, homemade soup that I made. I have a great, what I call mom's bean soup, crock pot, ham hocks. If you don't know what a ham hock is, they sell them in every grocery store. White beans and water. Simple. Put it in the crock pot, come home from work, and it's done, and it's delicious. High protein, high fiber, not too bad on the calories. So if anybody wants to know about bean soup, let me know. Your whole family will love it. And then I also made a Greek lemon chicken soup. A lot of protein, low calories, and it does have rice in it, but I've been able to eat it, so the Greek lemon soup is great too. Didn't do it in the crock pot, so it's not as easy, and there's a bunch more ingredients. Did you know white pepper costs like $8? White pepper? Crazy. So anyway, doing the liquid diet, and that's going okay. I did have chicken. I had boneless, skinless chicken wings on Saturday night, and before Phil, I could probably eat 5 or 6 of them. And after the Phil, I ate about 2 or 3. And then the rest went in the trash because reheated white chicken just doesn't work for me, unfortunately. But besides that, everything's going pretty well. I did want to mention I have some friends, dear friends, who watch my channel here on YouTube. And my friend Eric, hello Eric, gave me a call yesterday. And he's like, yeah, I was watching your video and I saw something about a fill, and then I don't know what a fill is. So, we lap banders and all of us weight loss patients, of course, our YouTube slang is a fill. But what my doctor refers to it as is an adjustment. So anyway, for those of you who don't know what a fill is, or you haven't had your first fill yet, I described it to Eric being similar to that of an air mattress. You have an air mattress, you have it in storage, you unroll it, and it's this flat, long air mattress. And then you start pumping air into it, and as you pump the air, the space expands, it inflates, everything kind of tightens up, so you have that cushion of the air mattress. Well, with the lap band, right, we have this lap band inside of us, and we're not putting air in there, but we're putting a liquid, a saline solution, and by inflating, we're basically inflating the band by adding the liquid, the saline, and that, of course, expands, inflates, and tightens up. So, that's my analogy of the lap band fill is equivalent to that of an air mattress getting filled. So, Eric, mwah, I love you. There's my shout out. Thanks for watching. I also want to introduce a new product to all. This is my Minute Maid fruit water. It's water. It's fruit flavored. This is a berry. They also have a tropical punch. I like it. It's kind of for a kid, but I'm a little kid. You just put the little straw in there and suck on it and go. 5 calories, kind of fun at night. I like to have something sweet in the evening, and that's my sweet fix. So, week 10, and moving forward, doing everything that I can do. If I could get somebody to come through YouTube and pull my ponytail to get me to exercise, then YouTube would be the ultimate tool. But I did notice today, actually, that I have pretty close to 100 subscribers, so thank you all very much. I appreciate your enthusiasm in wanting to learn about my experience, and I hope that it helps and or enhances your experience. And as I stand here in the same space I did for my first video, I was so inspired. I'm still so inspired by YouTube. I watch the videos, all my subscribers, and anyone else I can find that I haven't seen yet, their videos on a daily basis. I think my boyfriend thinks I have an addiction to YouTube, but it's kind of my coping tool. I watch gastric bypass people too, not just lap banders, so thank you all very much for putting your videos up there. And I guess also I want to put this out there, my own personal goal, my next goal is to get to Wonderland, what we refer to here on YouTube for reaching that below the 200-pound mark, I guess. And so that's 14 pounds away, and I'm heading there. And then, of course, when I lose, the total 30 pounds, I can go back to the doctor. That's my doctor's like, when you lose 30 more pounds, come back. So anyway, that's the update here from Wendy. I hope you're all doing great. I'm just trying to live my best life and do what's right for myself and taking one day at a time. So I wish you all the best. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.